Hello everyone, my name is Harley, and welcome back to Halo Campaign Evolved. This will be the final episode. I'm not going to play through the prequel missions, I'm just not interested in them, and I hear that they're very poorly designed. We are now on Mission 10, the Maw, and the game is also finally out. I was able to play because we had the Premium Edition, so they gave us access a few days early, but now the game is finally out and the Standard Edition users can now join as well. With this update, I also saw that I do have all of the bonuses, although before the game came out, I didn't have any of this. I won't be using any of it, but it is nice to have, and that'll answer anybody's questions on if you can game share this pre-order bonus, and yes, you can. I didn't spend a dime for this game, my friend did, and I have all the stuff from his edition. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get into this and try to beat it, probably as quickly as I can. Anyways, here I go. There is an invisible wall here. I can't even peek over the edge here. That's kind of disappointing.
We need to get to the bridge. From there, we can initiate an overload of the ship's fusion engines. The explosion should damage enough systems below it to destroy the ring.
You know, something I did hear is that PlayStation users have a faster firing assault rifle. I don't know if that's true or not, but if that is, that's kind of weird. Ah, the hunters. How could I forget about them?
The bridge. We made it. Let's get to work. I need you to upload me into the control systems. The terminal is located next to the main view screen. I leave home for a few days and look what happens. This won't take long. There. That should give us enough time to make it to a lifeboat and put some distance between ourselves and Halo before the detonation.
I'm afraid that's out of the question. Really?
Oh, hell.
Ridiculous! That you and your warship's AI with such a wealth of knowledge. Weren't you worried it might be captured or destroyed?
He's in my data arrays. A local tap?
You can't imagine how exciting this is. To have a record of all our lost time. Human history is fascinating. Oh, how I will enjoy every moment of its categorization. To think you would destroy this installation, as well as this record. I am shocked. Almost too shocked for words.
He stopped the self-destruct sequence.
Why do you continue to fight us, Reclaimer? You cannot win. Give us the construct, and I will endeavor to make your death relatively painless. And
At least I still have control over the comm channels.
Where is he?
I'm detecting taps throughout the ship. Sentinels, most likely. As for the monitor, he's in engineering. He must be trying to take the core offline. Even if I could get the countdown restarted, I don't know what to do.
How much firepower would you need to crack one of the engine shields?
Not much. A well-placed grenade, perhaps. But why... Okay, I'm coming with you. Chief, Sentinels. Transfer me back to your suit. You need to go.
I'm glad that they kept that at least, the little grenade juggle. Fuck it.
Chief, we need to get to the engine room. That's the only other place where the monitor can override the self-destruct sequence. The ship was heavily damaged when it crashed. Head to the cryo chamber. We should be able to get to the engine room through there.
Holy goddamn, were there always this many enemies? Man, that was like, I swear that was at least 2 minutes of me just standing here blasting down this hallway.
Engine room located. We're here. Don't worry, I have access to all of the reactor schematics and procedures. I'll walk you through it. First, we need to pull back the exhaust couplings. That will expose a shaft that leads to the primary fusion drive core.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, how this works for the most part, whenever you destroy one of them, more enemies will spawn. Or at least that's how I remember. I could be wrong.
Good. Step 1 complete. Now we should have a straight shot into one of the ship's 4 fusion reactors. Explosion to destabilize the magnetic containment field surrounding the fusion cells. Use an explosive. I recommend a grenade or rocket. If you run out of explosives, there is an armory station located near the engine room's entrance. Analyzing. Fusion reactor number 1 destabilizing. Use explosives on the other 3 reactors to destroy their cores. Keep it up. Only one more fusion reactor to go. That did it. The engine's gone critical. Based on the current rate of decay, we should have 15 minutes to get off the ship.
Cortana to Echo 419. Come in, Echo 419. Roger, Cortana. I read you 5 by 5. The Pillar of Autumn's engines are going critical, Fohammer. Request immediate extraction. Approach the crash site and be ready to pick us up at External Access Junction 4C as soon as you get my signal. Affirmative. Echo 419 going on station.
I completely forgot about that guy. I believe now
Echo 419 to Cortana.
is the word I'll go.
Noisy down there. Everything okay? Negative. Negative. We have a wildcat destabilization of the ship's fusion core. The engines must have sustained more damage than we thought.
Alert. Our RV point with Fohammer is further towards the ship's bow than our current position. Use a warthog to reach the extraction point or we'll never make it in time. Analyzing. We have 5 minutes before the fusion drives detonate. We need to evac now. Activating final countdown timer. When it reaches 0, the engines will detonate. The explosion will generate a temperature of almost 100 million degrees. Don't be here when it blows.
Now, I expect this part to look like shit. There's a lot going on. So just bear with me here. I fully expect like tons and tons of stutters. And so far I am getting just that.
Cortana to Echo 419. 2 Covenant Banshees are approaching on your 6. Evade. Say again, evade. Roger, roger. I see him. Wait one. Come on. Come on. Breaking right. Damn! Too late!
We need to get through that mess and rendezvous with Fohammer. Don't stop for anything.
Sorry I'm not giving too much commentary, but a lot of this is different. So I'm kind of just taking it all in.
Wait, stop. This is where Fohammer is coming to pick us up. Hold position here.
Cortana to Echo 419. Request extraction now. On the double. Affirmative, Cortana. Fohammer inbound.
419. It's gone. Calculating alternate escape route. Ship's inventory shows one longsword fighter is still docked in Launch Base 7. If we move now, we can make it. Up ahead, we need to get across that gap. If you hit that ramp at top speed, we should be able to clear it.
Now, I'm not going to go visit the garage, by the way. But I do know that he is in the game. Or at least I was told.
That's the ship! Move! We need to get aboard now! 30 seconds. We're cutting it close.
Here we go.
Shut them down. We'll need them later.
Did anyone else make it?
Scanning. No. Just dust and echoes. We're all that's left. We did what we had to do. For Earth. An entire Covenant armada obliterated, and the Flood. We had no choice. Halo. It's finished.
No. I think we're just getting started.
Those were the days. Get your ass out of here. Oh, shit. Well, that's my cue. See you in the sequel.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna skip these credits, of course. First, I do want to talk about that very last cutscene with 343 Guilty Spark. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's him going towards the heretic leader. I couldn't see it too well, but I think that's what that was supposed to show. I'm gonna leave the legendary cutscene, what I thought about that, for last. Okay. Alright, so the Maw, I thought the level was okay. There's a little too many flood forms around in some spots, but that's really all I have to say about it. Yet again, the cutscenes were not very good. The Warthog run itself, a lot of it was new. I liked that. I think it was cool to see more new stuff in there. Foehammer's death scene, it kind of dragged a little bit too much, I felt. I am glad that they still had that scene in the game. The very ending, whenever you get out of the Warthog and have to run towards it, there was some real tension I felt right there. Also, my clock was running out a bit, too, so that definitely had some play in that. However, the final cutscene there completely took every feeling out of it. The tension was completely gone, and it was just terrible. They wanted to have Chief have this little tug-of-war moment, and it just looked like shit. The final cutscene was garbage, and the original was a million times better, especially in the voice acting with Cortana yet again, especially in Cortana being present in the cutscene. I don't see why she had to be on screen. That felt really pointless the entire time. Her voice acting, yet again, it lacked the correct direction. Overall, the entire game, I would still say this is the best Halo game that we've gotten in over a decade, since Halo Reach. However, I would also say that it's cheating because half of the work is already done for them. I would say that this company is absolutely horrible at both writing stories and making interesting missions, both of which were already present in Halo Combat Evolved, and as a remake, they already have that to work with. And I think this is especially true whenever you consider the fact that the prequel missions, which I'm not going to play, they are being bombarded by so many people. Everybody says that they're completely terrible, and it's really just a small minority that says that they're great, and most of the time it's just them trolling the people who are saying that they're terrible. And frankly, I'm just not sure what they would add to Combat Evolved, so that's why I'm not going to play them. Now, I do want to move on to Johnson's voice actor. I think he does okay in those funny little moments, right? 343 Guilty Spark, whenever he's trying to be serious and give some orders, he lacks everything there. Cortana is really one of my biggest issues with this remake. I'm glad that they got the original voice actress. Jen Taylor is amazing, but she just completely lacks direction in this remake, and she sounds awful in a lot of the cutscenes. And I feel like in some of these later cutscenes, they really tried too hard trying to make her on screen at all times. Frankly, she doesn't need to be on screen at all times. I find it kind of gimmicky and Reddit-y whenever she's on screen and she's messing with some interface that we, the player, can't see. Now, for the game itself, I would say that that a lot of it felt really inconsistent, especially stuff such as the plasma pistol. I feel the plasma pistol is way too overtuned, but there was moments where it would also insta-kill me, and moments where it felt like just a wet slap on the face. It's horribly inconsistent, and also the Flood tank forms I saw in the library, their health seems to be very inconsistent. I hit them 2 times with an energy sword, they die, but other times it would take 3 to 4 times. The cutscenes in general are just straight garbage. I don't really know how else to put them. Being pre-rendered already takes a lot out of it, but they really do just look like Halo follower animations, and they're not very good. Sprint is something that I didn't really use a whole lot in this playthrough, but it's been a main topic since Halo Reach. A lot of people don't like Sprint, and I'm very confused as to why 343 Industries, or Halo Studios now, is so hell-bent on including Sprint in every Halo game. It really doesn't need it, and it's really not Halo. I'm pretty indifferent on it, but most of the classic Halo fans are really tired of it, to put it frankly. The assault rifle was really good, but it's nothing like Halo Combat Evolved. And that goes for the entire game, too. The entire game just didn't feel like Combat Evolved in the slightest, and it feels like they just changed everything that made the game special and made it into every other game. Frankly, if you want to play Combat Evolved, then just go play Combat Evolved. The only plus that this has over it is the 4-player co-op, as well as being on PlayStation and the better graphics, but at the same time, the graphics are Unreal Engine 5, so is it really worth it? The customization here on this is kind of pointless as well. I guess they had to add something to make them more money, right? But none of these look that great. Some of the default settings were completely garbage as well, such as the Warthog or driving. Just the driving was so terrible until I reverted it back to what it's supposed to be, how it's been for 20 years. I'm glad that there's a setting, but that shouldn't be the default. The legendary in this game felt a little bit too babyish. It didn't really challenge me at all other than a couple of moments, and that was mostly because of horrible jank in the gameplay or there being just too many enemies. The AI in this game is incredibly stupid, and I think this is probably the worst AI that we've ever seen in a Halo game ever. The elites feel really dumbed down, and especially the gold elites are just so dumb. They are not even threatening or scary in any way, shape, or form. The red elites have become more terrifying than the gold elites, and that's not how it should be. Now, the reason I don't hate this as much as I normally would a remake is just because this is still the best Halo game that we've gotten in the past decade. And it's not hard to improve on garbage, I know that, but I hope that we get more Halo games like this, but as their own thing, rather than a remake, because a remake is incredibly lazy and it doesn't add any substance. What they should have done is ported the MCC over to PlayStation and let them play the classic games as they were intended. Frankly, this remake feels really pointless, and I really feel like if you want to play the first Halo game, then you should just get MCC. This is a 70GB nothing burger. Now, there were a few gameplay changes that I did actually like, such as Sergeant Johnson respawning. Even though Johnson wasn't really present in a lot of the game, the few points that it was very helpful. I feel like they talk a little bit too much in this game, especially Cortana. They just don't really shut up, and it's extremely hard to find moments that I can just get my thoughts out. That's why most of my thoughts are here on this main menu, or the pause screen. As for the legendary cutscene, I think that was amazing. Honestly, they did a lot more than I thought they would, and that's so much better than I expected. I had a huge smile on my face watching the whole thing. They really could have just recreated the classic Halo CE scene, and it would have been great, but I feel like they did a great job. That legendary cutscene was amazing. I absolutely love it. The only thing I wish that they added was the elite sitting next to Johnson or something. And like I said before, whenever Johnson is trying to do his little funny haha moments, he does them pretty good. And it's especially true in that legendary cutscene. I really liked how he was just sitting there and he was going, "Oh shit." Well, there's my cue. You know what, that was great. I love that. I feel like that was a great plus for completing the game on Legendary. That was just incredible to look at, and I'm really glad that they added that and didn't just cheese it out. And that's basically all of my thoughts for this Halo remake. I'm sure after I post this I'll have much more to say, much more to think about, but that's everything off the top of my head right now after having beat the game. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you some other time.